week I finally, after over 2 months of waiting, had my heart monitor fitted. So this was only a temporary heart monitor. I had to wear it for 24 hours because since having COVID back in January, I've been having issues with my heart, getting palpitations. I can't do a lot. I'm very fatigued all the time because of it, and getting breathless as well. So I ended up in February, on February the 1st, in A&E because my heart rate, just from having a slow walk to the local post office and back, had gone to over 160, and my resting heart rate is 80, so it was over double what it should have been, and it wasn't going down. So I ended up in A&E, had blood tests, they came back clear, but had been referred to cardio, and my appointment finally came through. I got it fitted, and basically this is how I got on in that 24 hours. Today is probably going to be sensory overload hell. I already can't speak properly. I set my alarm for 6:30 because my appointment is 8:30, but because of like early morning traffic and there's some roadworks going on the way, I'm getting picked up at 7:15. So set my alarm for 6:30 to give me plenty of time to kind of like wake up and get ready. However, I've been up since 3:30. Luckily I fell asleep a little bit earlier than usual last night because I was quite tired. One sort of like benefit to my heart being a bit crazy and that is that I get tired easier, so I've been sleeping a tiny bit earlier. So I've had 4 or 5 hours sleep. But the reason I was woken up was because this little bugger right here decided to wake me up. He's trying to get on the bedside table, and he's trying to get in the bed, and just being a general nuisance, wanting attention. Obviously, since I got up, he's been an absolute angel and decided to actually behave himself. I'm shattered already, which means anything and everything is going to affect me so much more. No energy, so this is what I'm having for breakfast because I don't have it in me to make anything. It's 7:15 now, so that gives me half an hour, so I'm going to eat this. I'm going to get dressed and ready just so that it's done and I'm ready, and I can sit around and play games after that if I want to. I did ring the hospital on Friday. Today's Monday, obviously. I rang them on Friday just to kind of like find out how long the appointment's going to take. Apparently it's going to be 10 minutes, and then I just need to drop off the heart monitor the next day. They didn't say anything about a particular time or anything like that. When I go to this appointment today, I'm going to ask them, if I remember, how long it takes to get the results so that I kind of know when to expect them. And because I've been ill recently, my heart is kind of like racing a bit, which is kind of a good thing because it's going to give them some kind of results to analyse. Let's go get ready and get this heart monitor fitted. Well, I was less ready than I realised. I've had a bit of a mad scramble. I've got about 10 minutes to go, and all I need to do now is really go for a wee before I leave the house. I decided it was a great idea to eat a sweet. I love these like American sweets, these Airheads, because I can eat them without them making me ill. Other sweets make me ill, so I had to have one of them. But this happened. I have blue tongue, so I'm chewing on chewing gum to try and kind of rub it along my tongue as well to try and get some of the blue off. I didn't realise it was going to do that, so that's a great start to the day. I've got my headphones, obviously they're switched off at the minute while I do this video. I'm not going to be taking anything with me to listen to because obviously I'm in the car with somebody. I'm not really going to be that long where I'm going to be kind of sat on my own, hopefully. But I'm just taking them just to help block out some of the kind of noises of the hospital. I've got my sunglasses ready, lanyard before I forget, let's get that on. Got a couple of badges that I've put on this lanyard just because I was getting sick of people thinking that this lanyard means that I'm mask exempt. I'm not. Sometimes I do wear a mask when I'm able to. Stressful situation like this, adding an extra sensory overload, not a good idea. Really don't want to have a meltdown when I'm trying to attach the heart monitor. So a couple of extra badges on it saying like disabled, not a bad word, and hidden disability club. Just kind of show and make it stand out a bit more. Anyway, stop babbling about that. I am ready to go. I'm going to go have a wee and then I'm going to make my way around to the car park that is near my house to get picked up. And I hope that is everything. Oh, I also, last minute, remembered it'd be a good idea to take the letter with me so that I know where I'm going, otherwise I'll get there and be like, don't know what I'm here for, don't know where I'm going. So I've got that so I can show to anybody. It's always a good idea to take letters like that with me as well, because I get situational mutism. Means that if I shut down or I can't remember the right words, I can just be like, here's the letter, this is where I need to be, sort of thing. I can just show them the letter, they can point me the way. Or usually they'll get somebody to come and meet me and take me there sometimes, so that's always good. If I'd have actually thought ahead and didn't have brain fog from being ill, when I rang, I should have asked for a disability liaison nurse to come and meet me at the front and take me to the department, because I'm not very good with directions. I've only ever been to this hospital once, but I know how the entrance, I know how to get to the reception, I know where the A&E is now that I've been, so hopefully those little markers will help me. Not taking my anxiety tablet yet, so that my heart is at like premium messed upness for today, but right, I'm going to go do this appointment and I'll film when I get back to tell you how it went. So I have my heart monitor fitted now. You can't massively tell, although I've got a bit of a lump kind of going on here in my kind of chest section from it, but you can't massively see it with this jumper on, so I'm going to show you it in a minute and take this jumper off. But, out of breath, that's downstairs. It is already a bit of sensory hell. I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit now, but when it first, I was nearly in tears in the hospital because it wasn't what I was expecting. I know a couple of people that have had heart monitors in the past. One person was like, oh, with theirs it was something that went around their waist and then like the wires came up and connected. So that was kind of like what I was expecting. That's not what I've got at all. And sort of every time I breathe, every time I move, it's scratchy and it's really annoying. But while I was in the actual appointment and I had it fitted, I was just nearly in tears because of the fact that it wasn't what I was expecting. So already like a change of my expectations upset me. But also I was kind of like worried about how I was going to get on with it, because I was just like, I'm not going to be able to sleep with this on. The doctor was a little bit snippy with me, which I didn't appreciate as well. Had my lanyard on with my disability badges, so, you know, should have been a sign. I've got hidden disability, that might be why. But I turned around and said, is there any other way? Because it's basically a thing that's in a bag. I'll show you obviously in a second, but I said, it goes around my neck, and I was like, is there any way I could do it somewhere else? Because like with my lanyard, I can put with my lanyard temporarily for shops and things, but I will try and put it around a collar or something like that so it doesn't scrape my neck, because I get these like skin tags on my neck, and so they get scraped, which then, so my neck ends up sore, and also the rubbing on my neck is what creates skin tags, so the more I get, the more sore I get. But no, there isn't. The only thing, being female, having bosoms, wearing a bra, is that she said if I wanted to sleep in my bra, I could take it out the bag and I could basically shove it in my bra. It's just as long as it's not kind of free dangling is essentially what can't happen. So I could do that and I could put it in my bra, but I'll see how I get on. I'm just worried about every time that I move that it's just going to be like all over the place. At the minute it's not really moving, but because I've got a strappy top on that's a little bit tight, and because I've got a bra on, it's kind of holding it all in place. So I'm going to take my top off, and well, not all my tops, I'm going to take my jumper off and show you it. Right, so you can like see it straight away, you know, this is what has to go around my neck, and this is just one of the stickers that's on. So obviously, without kind of stripping off too much, I'll show you what I can that's possible. So this is where the pack is, it's kind of like shoved up there, and then I've got more kind of things around here stuck on me, which are just really, really annoying me. Because of where they're stuck, it's every time I move and bend, like if I bend, the bottom of the actual pack is then sort of digging into my belly area, which is not good, and I've got kind of like wires shoved down my bra down here. but this is what is around my neck. This is what is going to be sort of slinging around. Let me try and... I can't really pull the patch out without having to take my bra off. So that is as much as I can kind of show you what it looks like without getting naked. I don't think everyone will appreciate it. So let me just put my jumper back on. That's better because it's really freezing in my house. So along with that, just like I say, it's sensory health because I can feel it all here in my chest area. It's really annoying, it's rubbing and irritating, and it's only been like an hour. Along with that, I have a patient diary as well. So every time I do an activity and I get a symptom, I have to write down, try and fold this, I've already written something in it. So I have to write down time, what the activity is I did, and symptoms. So already 9:25, not that long ago, because that was about 10 minutes ago, I walked up and down the stairs, I got breathless and I felt a thump in my chest. So I've recorded that. At the moment, I'm not really doing a lot, which is kind of an issue for this, because I'm not doing a lot because I get out of breath and my heart starts racing. So I've been doing a lot of work, laid in bed and stuff like that. If I do that and my heart doesn't do anything, they're not really going to get any results. So I need to do something today. So I'm going to try and go to the shops knowing something that is going to set my heart off on purpose, so that they get some kind of readings, because not necessarily a task I do every day, but it is a task that I do have to do at times. I do need to get some dinner for tonight. So that is the plan. Because they said basically do what you would normally do in a day. The only thing I can't do is obviously can't shower or take a bath with this on. But she did say to me, because I said, you know, I'm autistic and this is going to be a sensory nightmare for me and I'm just worried I'm not going to be able to sleep. She said just try and get along with it for as long as I can, but if it comes to like night time and I just cannot sleep and I just can't do it any longer, she said just take it off. Just completely take it off. One other annoying thing is that they never told me over the phone. They just said, oh yeah, you bring it back the next day. They never told me that it had to be within a certain amount of time. She was like, it needs bringing back before 10 o'clock. I was like, I can't make it before 10. Nobody's told me this. But I can't change my plans around. I can't get here before 10 o'clock. She was like, oh well, round about when? I said, well, it's easily going to be after 11, but it's actually going to be after 12. She's like, oh, I'll put a note on it then. And I was like, if you don't tell people these things, how are they meant to arrange to get it back? Nobody tells me it has to come back within a certain amount of time, and I can't arrange that. I can only arrange what I can do. The person giving me a lift has an appointment tomorrow. They can't miss that appointment to take me to the hospital and back. They're already doing me a massive favour, so I'm not expecting them to go any more out of their way. And I need to stop getting annoyed now because I'm getting emotional, because I'm tired and I'm irritated, and this is already driving me crazy and I just feel like I want to sit and cry. So I'm going to see how I get on with it. I'll try and film what I can to update if anything happens, if it's annoying me more, if I take it off. Let's just see how I go. Otherwise it'll be tomorrow morning. But I'm going to try my best. It's 8:35 on Tuesday morning now, so I didn't really bother recording yesterday because I didn't really see the point. Not a lot was really happening. I went to shops, which did obviously set off my heart, going up and down the stairs to like get things set off my heart a little bit, so I've written everything down. There's been about 6 or 7 incidences, but then there was a bunch of stuff where I was so tired and I was laid in bed because obviously I'd not slept much, where I was getting little heart palpitations or whatever. I just could not even be bothered to write all of them down, so I just didn't bother. But it's been on for 24 hours now and I've got to try and take them off. I don't have anything underneath this top, so I meant to just like put my nail under it or something and just... Well, this is fun because I can't get it off. Oh, there we go. It's just pressed. Okay, that's easy. I can do that. I didn't sleep very well because I'm going to talk about popping these popping studs now. I didn't sleep very well because that one that's like, which I'm trying to take the pressed off now and I can't, that's on my left hand side, because of the position that it's in, and I sleep on my left hand side, but every time I couldn't lay on my side because that dug in really, really badly when I was laid on my left side. So I physically couldn't do it. So I had to try and sleep on my right hand side. But obviously, while I'm asleep, my body's trying to turn over onto my left hand side. So every time I did that, it woke me up. Every time I moved, I woke up. So I didn't sleep fantastically. Swapping hands because I can't get this last one. Didn't sleep fantastically. Obviously, everything's kind of like I've got, the machine dangling around my neck, essentially. It's off. I can show you a little bit more what it is now that it's off. So yeah, not a good night's sleep. God, it's so warm from being against my body. Right, out of the bag. So, this is basically what it looks like. So this is what's been hanging around my neck all day. It's heavy. It's probably got batteries or something inside it, I don't know. It's got a bunch of instructions on the back that means nothing to me. But this is essentially what's been hanging around my neck for 24 hours. It's heavy-ish, but then imagine, obviously over time, like when you're carrying a bag that's slightly heavy, and the longer you carry it, the heavier it seems to feel. It was kind of like that. So it's like, for anybody old enough, imagine an old sort of 90s mobile phone, chunky brick type thing. It's kind of like having one of those around your neck. I also have to get these peeler pads off. Now, one of my friends who was a nurse posted on Facebook, because I posted a picture on Facebook, and she commented on it saying not to just peel them off, to kind of go in the shower, or to use alcohol gel, I think she said. But I'm just going to kind of peel around the edges a little bit. Yeah, that's stuck on fast. There is no way. That's not even, rip it off quickly like a band-aid. That isn't even going to happen. I think if I did that, I'd take half the skin with me. So I think what I'm going to do is get a face cloth or something and soak that and kind of hold it against it to kind of get it wet or something, and to be able to get them off. Otherwise I'm never going to be able to get these off. But that's my 24 hours done. I would highly not recommend it if necessary, because that was, like I say, absolute sensory hell. I could not get comfortable at all sitting down, because I can sit back the way that I'm sitting now a little bit more, and then not digging in, but sitting forward or sitting up straight, where they're positioned, they were digging in so bad, and so it was painful, it was uncomfortable, and I couldn't relax. So I had 2 meltdowns yesterday because of it, so I kind of never want to go through that again. I'm now in that position as well where, imposter syndrome kicks in, and I'm just I know what's going to happen. They're going to come back, the test results are going to be your heart was fine the whole time, nothing happened. Whatever palpitations you're feeling don't exist. They're all in your mind. That's kind of what I'm expecting to happen now. The reason why I expect this thing to happen is because I'm so used to it. I have been battling to get answers for my health for about 20 years now. Of constantly going to the doctors and saying, this is what is wrong with me, please help me. Getting blood test results that come back and show nothing, therefore no further investigation needed, blah blah blah. Going and seeing specialists and them turning around saying, we can't find anything, therefore there's nothing wrong with you. And because I have mental health problems as well, because I have anxiety, it's a lot of the time it's just kind of written off as that. That's kind of what I'm expecting. But fingers crossed, something actually gets done this time. We shall see. But that's it. That is my 24 hours sensory nightmare hell heart monitor over and done with. What I have to do now is, I've been given an envelope, so the machine itself goes in the envelope along with my diary, and then I just need to drop that off at the hospital. But I'm not getting picked up until well after the time I'm meant to drop it off by. Take that back, and fingers crossed I'll get some results quicker than the 3 weeks of hassle in the hospital, or longer that it took me just to get my blood results back. So fingers crossed, and I'll update when I get the results. But that's it from me. See you in the next one. Bye for now.